time. I don't really know where to start at, but I will say this. Spiritual warfare is very complex concept. And it's something we have to be very careful about, in all things and all manners that we do. And it took me a minute, and it's like only through discernment can we really see what things, even though through the bar mouths, and of course external things, what we see aligns and really is accepted and embraced by Christ. And every day we growing, and that's what I understand about it. Everybody is at a level of growth. Everybody's still growing in the Lord. You're gonna be growing until you go be with the Lord, until you in heaven. So it's a perpetual thing, it's perpetual until perfection. That's what I like to call it. Perpetual until perfection. And the only time you reach perfection is when Christ glorifies our bodies. And that's the point I'm hoping we all get to. That's what I'm trying to get to. And through my trials and things coming up. And when I say come up, maybe even recently, or my last couple recordings, several recordings. But mainly, concerning the spiritual warfare intensity I was involved with. And it consumes you. Spiritual warfare consumes you, in intensity. Unless you have to find balance. Balance is the main thing of spiritual warfare. Not doing too much of one thing or too little or something else. You have to find balance, and that's what the Lord was been ministering and teaching me. And that's what it's all about, balance. You have to find that middle ground in almost everything you do. You have to have that middle ground. Because it's a lot of concepts it's been times when I asked the Lord, about certain concepts and stuff, unrelated to carnal warfare, anything of that nature, just miscellaneous, spiritual thoughts and concepts. And the only response you have for me is you must find balance. And that's what a lot of it boils down to. Some things not just black and white, it's just straight up, you must find balance. Through pride and success, difference between pride and confidence, you know, it's a lot of things where you find, that's the kind of thing where we have to find balance. Spiritual is, not always easy journey, but it's always worth it. Keep things in perspective, like what you move for, why you doing what you're doing, or you lose sight and be lost within your own minds and things of that nature, realizing that depravity, a depraved mind and reprobate mind is not something it's the worst case scenario in the flesh, because without fellowshipping with the Lord, we automatically dead. Even if we alive, we dead. Just like with the Lord, even if we die, we still live. So that's the way it is. It goes hand in hand. God put us all here for a reason, put us for a purpose. And that purpose involves people, human beings. It's always going to, because that's the main objective of Christ, to bring people to Him. As we grow, we see that more and more as He shows us, what it is He wants us to do. And our assignment, people, He give us assignments, to certain people, things, or even situations or battles or struggles, and He does that for a reason unique or in particular to that particular person, concept, battle, situation, or whatever it is. Everything it's not gonna appeal for everyone else. And I have just just like with my craft, poetry, for instance, it may be, I have, you're always gonna have critics and haters, or whatever. And you have some of those, some of those who, feel as though whatever you're doing is not, relevant or important, or, whatever, what I'm saying, whatever the case may be. But God, on the other hand, values your input and contribution towards his kingdom. You see how it go? It's like, whatever appeals to the Lord won't appeal to anybody that's has Satan, that's in the devil's hand, So with that being said, everything is not for everybody, Some may ignore you, some may embrace you, It's not really a big deal, And when you say some real stuff or when you embrace real stuff, then you're not gonna, be embraced by fakeness. And by the majority of society being, darkness, the darkness can't comprehend the light, and find any excuse not to comprehend the light, you have, there's even people that say that they don't believe in the Lord just because you embrace the Lord, because if they can't, like the Bible, the word in the scripture is holy, it's canonized, and it's anointed, and nothing, there's no other counsel, in contradiction to the Lord. There's no counsel against the Lord. The Lord word is the only thing that will stand forever, and when you make that as your foundation, nothing can't be shaken or moved. It's in the scripture, and the opportunity is open for anybody, but it's harder for anybody with a hardened heart or a reprobate mind or infatuation with, this physical world, whatever, in one way or another. Like the Bible says, it's easier, for a camel to get through the eye of a needle than it is for a rich man to get into heaven. And and I use that, to add on to that concept that, you're always, the Lord desires everybody to be saved, taking them, but everybody not gonna believe, and embrace. And by the time some believe, it's gonna already be too late, because, like many people in hell go to hell and stuff, and they didn't believe nothing either, but they died, then they realized everything was true. But at that point, it's too late, ain't nothing they can do. They died where they gonna be forever, And that's an unfortunate thing, because as much as it hurts on Christ to see anybody in hell, dealing with what they do, they reap the fruit of their labors. That's what they accrue to their own soul. So that's the portion they gotta eat of. That's the bed they gotta lay in, and forever, because he's telling everybody right now, what's up, what it is. And he's giving the mercy. People wake up every day for that reason. So there's no excuse. The Bible says you'll be without excuse. Everybody gonna be without excuse, because he supplied more than one, more than enough time and ways, to learn and understand, the knowledge. Prophets, preachers, psalmists, apostles, evangelists, Christians, just like, in general, in the world. But we have that decision, whether we want to embrace it or not. Not gonna make us do anything, That's one truth. It's undisputed. Choices really ours though. You want to go to heaven or hell, but don't lose sight of what it is you will for, and what it is you doing, why you doing what you doing. Be consumed. Don't be consumed by external things, which ain't easy, but you know what I'm saying. And when being consumed, I look at it, it's not really a solid concept, really, because if you're rooted into Christ, then you're destined to be consumed by, not wholly consumed, but maybe partially consumed by struggles and this battle we face, because that's what it is. Spiritual warfare is like, fish in the ocean. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. Like fish don't know it's in the water. Fish, to this day, a fish don't know it's in water. It know it needs it, to live. It needs to understand it. I mean, it needs it to breathe there. And that's the reality it knows, Same thing with society. People don't know they're in society, And many don't know they're in spiritual warfare. But that's the reality. Whether we choose to embrace it or not,